What's going on, YouTube? Back again with another haircut tutorial. In this haircut tutorial, I will be doing a shadow fade on the sides. We're gonna do the pointed sideburns, taper out the back. We're gonna have some bulk around the parietal ridge area. For the finished product, we're gonna add the 245 Royal Wax to add that nice finished touch after point cutting. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, share, like, comment. Shout out to S Crab Blends for the dope cut. Not yet subscribed to my boy, make sure you hit him up on YouTube, S Craft Blends. Dude is a monster, hidden gem in the barber industry, and y'all need to know who that dude is. I hope y'all enjoyed this haircut tutorial. Stay tuned. Let go. What's going on, YouTube? So let's go ahead and jump right into this haircut tutorial. Right now, I'm in Hartford, Connecticut, sitting on the steps outside, about to drop some content for y'all. And right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and wet the hair, and we're gonna start cutting on the top. I want to go ahead and start to cut the top and point cut it, add some texture to it, figure out how the hair lays down and parting it out and making sure I follow the pattern of the hair whenever I'm combing. And right here I'm just going to start point cutting, and I am using the 245 shears to do this. This is going to add some nice texture to the top, and then we're going to go ahead and start the shadow fade on the sides. We'll do you know, the pointed sideburns, just like I said in the intro. Now you are going to see a lot of bulk around the parietal ridge area. This is just something that the client, you know, asked for. He doesn't want to cut into it. He wants to leave it, you know, with some volume on both sides. Now if you hear, you know, some noises in the background, like I said, I am outside doing this voiceover, so I apologize. But now, one thing that I did notice that I thought that I actually recorded was I didn't get one side. Now, I actually slowed down the other side when I started fading, and I'm gonna break it down for y'all as if I did both sides. It's still great content. I hate doing this to y'all because I get trolled in the comments, and honestly, guys, this is still some great content regardless if I show you only one side, because what you do to one side, you're gonna do to the other, right? So, you know, watch the video, don't click out of it. Like I said, it's still some great content, some great techniques in this video. So I'm just making sure I point cut all the way to the back of the hair of his head, just grabbing different, you know, sections. So after we're done point cutting the top, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the fade. Now, you're gonna see that I jump into the section of me doing some shear over comb on the side that's already blended. Y'all are gonna hate me for this. Like I said, y'all gonna troll in the comments, but just know that I didn't do it on purpose. I'm not trying to just show y'all one side. I was really upset about me not having that content, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna explain very thoroughly how to do the blend, and it goes for both sides. And the side that I got of me fading is the side that the hair is combing over, which is the part where some barbers have trouble with, more so than the side that's, you know, like that drastic short side of the comb over. So right here you can tell I already did the shadow fade on the sides, and I'm just doing some shear over comb. And you just want to cut the tips to kind of blend. You don't want to cut too much, because then you might create yourself a line or you know, something that you can't get out. But I'm just making sure whenever you do the shear over comb or clipper over comb, whenever you put the comb in the hair, you want to have the bottom of the comb rested on the client's head and bring the teeth kind of towards you, and then cut. Guys, I am working on my scissor work. You can tell that the top of my fingers are closing with my thumb. Actually, Clean Cuts, the one Tyler Trotter showed me this weekend here in Connecticut, different techniques on how to gain that muscle memory in your thumb. That way you're only using your thumb to cut. It is difficult, but you know, I want to learn. I want to get this down, and just bear with me, y'all. I'm working on my scissor game.
You are now listening to the House of Creation.
I need to learn how to have those big chops. Like whenever you open your thumb to cut, you want to have almost like a 90-degree angle whenever you open that shear. Alright, so right here I'm using the Wall Magic cordless clippers, and I'm going up about, I would say about a full, well, on the back it looks like 2 inches because I'm kind of dropping it, but on the sides it looks about, you know, a good inch. And this is the shadow fade. So when people come in, they say they want to see some kind of line, some kind of sideburns, a neckline. You want to do a shadow fade. You want to do a half on the sides. Now, different grains of hair, different textures of hair, you can do a 0 or a quarter, like the lever, you know, midway closed, and you can still see a line out. So it just depends on the texture of the hair. If I were to put probably a 0 on his head, just because his hair is so thick, I could possibly bring a line out with the razor. But so right here I have the one guard open, started with it open to the next guideline, put it in the middle, and you can see that line started to lighten up already. And then I closed it. Now it's not going to completely remove that line, that the half with no guard left, because I'm going to come back with my half guard or the 1/16 guard or 0 guard and knock that line out. Right here I just jumped right into the 2 guard. Now the reason why I jumped to the 2 guard instead of the 1.5 guard is because it allows me to have my blend a little lower and keep the contrast light, medium to dark in the mid section of the fade, versus doing the 1.5. Now you already have like the 1 underneath it, it's already light, it won't be as dark, and then you jump to the 1.5 guard, it's just, there's no gradiency. So I go from the 2 to the 1.5, but right here I have the 3 guard on. I went from that 2 to my 3, again starting with the lever open, working my way to the close position. And I'm not gonna do the scoop motion, I'm not gonna bring the clipper towards me, I'm kind of letting the guards just guide me whenever I'm cutting. So right here, this is the 1.5 guard, lever all the way open, and I'm gonna go ahead and start working out that guideline that the 2 left. And a lot of the corner works, and once you start closing that lever to the closed position, you can see that line starting to lighten up. Now, you may find yourself going back and using the 1 guard open, using some corner work to blend that dark spot out. I do it in this video. This is just a system that works for me. It may not work for you. You may do a whole nother fading system, but you got to find that system that works for you and stick with it. You can't be bouncing all over the place, because then you're gonna get lost. There's some barbers out there that can do many systems. Like when I'm cutting hair in the shop, this is just, sometimes I am all over the place. I'll jump from guard to guard just because I know what area is what. But you have to find a system that works for you and get tips and techniques from other barbers and put it into your technique and run with it. You know, don't try to fix it if it ain't broken. So right here, this is the 1/16 guard or 0 guard, depending on what system you're using. And again, I started with the lever all the way open, trying to take that line that half guard left, right? Oh, I'm sorry, the lever all the way open left. And you can see the blends coming together. Now, I'm not gonna say this was an easy cut for me. This was something that kind of made me step out of my comfort zone. So there might be some comments there might be some comments saying that, oh, there's a lot of bulk, there's a shelf, there's a dark line. My client wanted this haircut. He showed me pictures of the haircut that he wanted, and honestly, I cut to please the client. I don't cut to please other barbers or like, I understand, critique is good and I accept it all. So if there's something that you can tell me to make me better this haircut or better myself, cool, I'll take it with a grain of salt. I take the negatives with the good all the time. I take the negatives with the positive all the time. I like criticism because it helps me grow. And I've said it before in my videos that these challenges that we do on YouTube and call other barbers out on YouTube, it helps me out because I've never used to do shear over comb like I do now. I never used to do clipper over comb like I do now. And it helps me so much whenever I'm cutting my clients that I think of a challenge and I'm like, oh, I can use this technique to get this darkness spot out, or I can use this technique to get this line out. So you can see it's real bulky in that area, but I'm just cutting the tips, going up. I'm gradually I'm not staying in one spot because then you can create yourself a line. and I come back with the thinning shears and kind of soften that darkness up. And around the occipital bone area, it is darker, so you may find yourself using a lower guard or no guard, or some shear over comb, getting in those tight areas. You can tell right there, my client has like a dip right in the midway of his head, so it's hard to get in those areas. Using like the clipper over comb or stretching the skin will help you get that darkness out. You can see right here, I'm trying to find that technique in that position to hold my hand whenever I'm cutting with shears. I just really want to get down using just my thumb. You've been using scissors like this your whole life, that once you become a barber, it's like, I gotta break that habit. It's almost like turning on and off your clippers whenever you're cutting hair. That way it don't get hot. You save your battery life if you're using cordless. That's a good habit, turning on and off your clippers. That's a really good habit. I'm actually outside, y'all, in Connecticut. It's probably about 50 degrees out here. It feels so good, and just doing this voiceover out here, I just posted a picture on Instagram of my computer and the microphone, and I was explaining that when I first started this channel, I had no vision. I doubted my work. I doubted my words. I didn't know what I brought different to the table. So while my channel was growing and I saw it grow and I saw the support that, and then I created that Team Gifted family, I just want to say thank you so much for all the support, the push, the motivation, the encouragement, and just, that helps the channel grow. And if you want to see the channel grow, I've noticed in my analytics that a lot of my views come from unsubscribed viewers. And I understand people just want to click on the video and come out. But if you just hit that subscribe button and you like the videos, that helps the channel grow. That helps everything, the Team Gifted, family grow. So I appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. I drop videos probably about every 3 days. Once I see it that it says like 4 days, I get real guilty and I'm like, okay, I gotta drop content. But I'm sorry for the rant. I used the lineup. I did my lineup with the Wall Retro T-Cuts. Right here I'm using the product Tomb 45 Indestructible Clay. My client's hair, he already has that natural shiny, oily, hair. So whenever I apply this product from the point cut on top, it just, took it to a whole nother level. If y'all are not if y'all don't know about this Tomb 45 hair pucks, we have a wet look, an in-between look, and a dry look, a matte look. When I say wet, I mean a little more shine. So right here, this is like your matte look, but again, his hair is already naturally shiny. It's already oily. So when I apply that indestructible clay, it shows more of a shine than it usually does. But it just worked for his hair. This is basically the finished product, guys. I'm gonna give you a 360 view of the whole haircut. Again, this is something that my client loved. I cut his hair like this all the time, and I know there's some bulk in the area, but that's just the style that he wanted. Right here, I'm putting the hard part in after applying the product, and you can see that hair is just laying down nice. But if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I appreciate if you watch this video all the way through. I appreciate your time. See you on the next video. Team Gifted, stay gifted. I hope y'all enjoy this, and I hope y'all gain some knowledge and techniques off this video. We out.
You are now listening to The House